Get high, but you can't run. Yeah, and you just started what could not be stopped. Stuck cause you were thinking you could not be got.
This is not a game. It's one a lifestyle of finer things. Hustling to come up on designer chains. Diamond rings. Grinding on the daily, I can try to slang. This is not a game.
Yeah. What it is, what it do. Welcome to another episode of the Greatest F.O.E show, where you know we intertwine them cultures of hip hop and pro wrestling. Hey, yo, first of all, you know who I am. I mean, I think you know who I am, but you know, if you don't know who I am by now, I am Mach, aka Rich Escobar, aka Rich since 78. And today we are being joined by my bro Ham, my brethren.
Know who I am. That's
Come
just
on,
as simple
son.
as that.
Come on, son, let's go.
We the cancel culture twins over here. Like
Yeah,
you
cancel
have no
culture twins.
reason at this point to not know who I am.
This is fair.
For all those who don't know, I'm Brother O Jacobs.
Brother O Jacobs, aka Diggs Rio. What's up, baby boy?
You know
What's
what
cracking?
time it is. Having fun, having a hell of a time. Yo, I was downtown protesting, bro.
What?
Yeah, because it's
They
a
were.
part of my life. It's a part of my life most people don't know is I get to hang out with the Panthers.
Yo, that's how you make Assassins great again?
That's how I make Assassins great again, bro. That's how I make Assassins great again.
Come on,
Gotta
son.
be training all the time. These labels ain't just to be labels, man.
That is
These labels ain't
immaculate.
just to be labels. Some of these are earned titles.
Yeah, you know, I know.
What's good with you, Camacho?
Man, I'm good, man.
I see you making a lot of noise.
Come on, I'm making a noise.
India?
We are in India. You heard me talking that shit, son? You heard me talking that shit? Yo, we got...
I'm trying to figure out how they got your voice to sound the same.
I don't know, yo, but the show...
Who's practicing Camacho's vocals?
Dog, I don't know, man. We got... Yo, I seen something. You gonna see something in a minute. There was we got some clips that I seen circulating in Spanish, in Hindu, and...
It's fire.
What was the other one? There's another one, Urdu, which is like Palestinian.
Yeah.
And Dutch. Yo, we got fans in Amsterdam, son.
Oh, East Coast.
Yeah.
East Coast in the house.
Yo, we just out here, yo. Talking about, well, first of all, that might be a nice segue because you're talking about East Coast in the house because that's definitely who we are, right?
That's exactly who we are.
You know, today's show ain't really got nothing to do with the East Coast. Today's show...
How we ain't call each other, ain't spoke to each other until we did the show, and we both got on black.
I mean, fam, T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape. I don't know. I mean, that acronym...
How MC is that? Please continue.
Listen, man, today is about... we got a guest coming on from the West Coast.
Yeah, left side of the house.
Oh, matter of fact, hold on. I think he coming on right now. Hold on. We got somebody special.
Yeah.
We got somebody special. Hey, yo, can you hear us, fam?
What's happening, fam? How y'all doing, bro?
Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
Your screen need to be turned a little bit. We can't even see your body like this. There you go.
Where I'm at.
Bring your camera over or something. There you go.
There you go.
Better now? All right, word.
Yeah, man.
Fix the Obama Wi-Fi, man. You're kind of glitching over there.
Let's see.
We seeing you in Mario Kart 2D right now.
Yeah. Lewis, you looking like Bo Jackson in Tecmo Bowl.
Man, I'm out there running let's see.
It's mad glitchy over there. He pixelated.
Man, I knew I should have hit the studio. Yeah, I can hear y'all. Can y'all hear?
Okay, we can hear you great.
You just mad disoriented like a Leonardo da Vinci Van Gogh photo.
Yeah, well, you know what? Let me introduce this brother. We got a hip-hop artist, a producer, a creative director, a performer, an educator, an activist, an award-winning hip-hop artist and filmmaker, tied to not only the House of Vibe, right? But he's tied to Aim for the Heart, right? You're also a father, correct?
That's right.
Just like us.
Not a therapist.
Just like, sir, he's a therapist by nature. You know what I mean? Having all them titles, all right? Los Angeles based, we got Louis King. My man, just clap it the fuck up, son.
What's happening,
clap
man?
it up for Lou.
The intro, y'all. Much love, y'all. Much love.
Left side. West Coast, man. What's the temperature over there?
Yeah, tell me about it.
It's nice right now. It's like maybe 80, 75, 78, you know.
Is that like the best weather being that y'all near the coast?
It's pretty much, I mean, you know, it gets a little chilly for some, but no
That's a
one from the
fact.
East Coast really, you know what I mean? Yeah, where
Yo,
y'all based at
hey, Lou,
originally?
are we from Jersey?
We from
Oh,
Brick
yeah,
City,
Jersey.
North
Okay,
New
word
Jersey.
up. That's right.
But I got family, yo. I got super respect for the West Coast, man. From Pasadena to Carson, I know folks Sacramento. I got a family in San Diego. Like I get mad love to the left side, for real, for real.
Yeah.
Fam.
Hey, Lou,
Off top.
so, you know, I have actually yet to go to California ever in my whole life.
Wow.
All right, so, you know, this is the time.
Cali
This is the
dope.
only time y'all gonna get to, you know, talk shit, lay the smack down, you know what I mean, suplex me digitally, however you want to do it. But that's something I want to do like yesterday. You know what I mean? And it's
Oh yeah, you got
That's
to
a
get
fact.
out here, man. It's
Yeah.
summer's the
Cali
best time.
during the summer.
I mean, you know, it's lit during the summer. It's not
It's lit.
not bad in the summer.
So where are you exactly? You're in LA?
Yeah, I'm in LA, the West Side.
No doubt. I mean, we got ties out there outside. You know, like my brother Diggs was just saying. You know, Mr. O. Jakes was just telling. You familiar with C.T. Fletcher, right?
Yep.
Yeah. C.T. Fletcher got his own podcast, the Fuck Y'all podcast. Him and Michael
Okay.
Wright. Those are my brothers.
Okay, dope. Yeah, I know
Those
CT
brothers.
through Cali Muscle. That's the homie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
I know
doubt.
they used to do a bunch of
Cali
shit
lost
together.
mad weight recently. He look good though.
Yeah.
For him to be his age, he in shape like a mug.
That's
Makes
right.
me
dope,
want to start doing push-ups at your late 40s.
Tell everybody. Hey, yo, Lou, man, I wanna know. I was just explaining to my brother, you know, OJ, because a little while ago, how you and I met. Like, we met in the comments for our, is it fair to say, our shared disdain of DJ academics?
That's funny as shit.
I mean, you know, that's fair to say. I mean, I don't really
what?
like a quick thing. Like, I think it's like, it's not like I have anything like personal against him. I just my
Same thing.
opinion was what my opinion was. Like, I just don't take him like seriously, or you know, more so like commentary or just in general, or like what these type of dudes think is popular. Like, we don't care. This is real hip hop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this dude don't know that Snoop Dogg don't got a verse on it. Like, it's not a big deal. You're not a bad person for that. You know what I mean? But that just, you know what I mean? But so I think, yeah, that's where we connected at, and definitely, you know, that's funny, man. That's a funny place, you know.
Yo, act like the dude that couldn't get cool at all. So he said, I'm gonna invent some shit that everybody gotta use, and then I'll be cool.
Yeah.
I think all those opinions he's driving, he's a nutcase, man. Sometimes I just feel like he's there just for the politics. Like, he watched Great Debater as a kid and said, I can do this, and just started arguing from there on out. Like, fuck it, I'm with it.
That sounds
for
about
sure.
Right. That sounds
and you
about
know,
right.
when you in a place of like, when you have a platform, you know, a lot of people don't want to tell you no, or check you, or, you know, just like keep it 100 with you. You know what I mean? If you got money, you got a platform that you got something that people trying to gain from you. Like I said, I don't really operate on that side of the club. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
but I do
That's a nice
post
way
a
of
lot
putting
of just random shit. You feel me? I was posting like 10 to 15 videos per day. Some type of podcast clip, some type of, you know what I mean? But every now and then, just something stupid I see. So that one definitely, like, because a lot of people argue about it. Anything you could say that make people argue in the comments, you know what I mean? It helped it to go viral. But you know, it's funny because it went so viral, it made it think like, oh, like I got a big thing against academics or something, when really, like, I don't respect your validation, if that's the most polite way to say it. Like, I don't really.
That clip got highlighted? You had a clip get highlighted dissing him?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Hey, yo, I think we bullshitting, yo. Nah. All I know is that his dumb ass got us together, and I'm happy.
No, 100, bro. It's funny.
You know what I mean? So I'm good, yo.
It's really funny. No, it's like, because a lot of people never had like heard of me from that are like on the academic side of things maybe never heard of me
They
until
know you now.
academics got into their algorithm. You feel what I mean? So it's funny, like
Right.
for that. But I mean, the internet is a funny place, man. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're
But I
right
mean,
about
that's
that.
what I say.
You're right about that.
We connected up for a reason. So, it's funny to see
Mm-hmm.
like a bunch of people that was dope, journalists and just different podcasts and different people with
Yep.
opinions on the internet. Some not with great opinions. Like some just don't. Some people just want to argue. But a lot of people actually that was dope. Comment on it. You know what I mean? Snoop comment on it so early that I knew that a bunch of people was gonna comment on
It
it.
was
But
gonna go.
anyway, man,
Right.
yeah, it was funny. Tour show and a bunch of little different little and big podcasts jumped on it. So I think it's,
Mm-hmm.
if anything, it's like I got love for real. I got love for anyone that spend their time to share artist music and to share different stories of people's and different voices, regardless of if you got a degree in it or how long. But I do stand on like the fact that like specifically for this guy, like it was just a funny moment if you like a lyrical hip hop like type nigga like me. It's like, oh, this nigga don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Snoop don't got no verse on this song, like, you know what I mean? And if
Right.
you're not like of that type
Right.
of culture, it's not gonna be funny to you. So me and you connected on
Hey
that. I
yo.
feel like.
Hey yo. So Diggs, let me kind of like bring you up to a little bit of speed. So what happened
Yeah.
was your man, I guess, recently found out that Hov wrote Still DRE.
No, he didn't.
But what's worse about that, the next thing he said was, and I quote, he even wrote Snoop verse. I was like,
Yeah,
yo,
let me
fuck
tell you
this bitch.
something.
Hey
We
yo,
was shocked, and we from the East Coast, and we was shocked.
For sure.
We was shocked, and we found it out years ago because
decades ago.
it's a
Decades
difference
ago.
between being a fan and then environment. I think that there's a uniqueness about jazz. I think there's a curse for him too, but that's a whole nother show.
Right.
But in reality, we were shocked, bro, because it was too on, and we seen Jay do a lot of stuff, but I don't think we openly see Jay do any ghostwriting, and that was the first time we seen him take a stance to say, yeah, I did that. Almost like he was trying to hide the fact that he had done it. But when you heard Snoop say it, that's when we was like, oh, man.
Right, correct.
Snoop saying
Correct.
he wrote the whole shit. That's crazy. Snoop don't have nobody write for him at all, as much as we know.
Hey yo,
100.
we got another connection. Yo, Lou, you did a joint with the Outlaws, didn't you?
Yeah. I mean, I traveled around the world with
I seen one
Outlaws.
on his page.
Hold up. Was that the Damage record?
I did
am I
Damage
tripping?
is my own record. I produced it and did that one. When you tour with the Outlaws, you talking about like Machiavelli state of mind, you know what I mean? Outlaw University, like we grinded,
Yep.
we shooting videos, we doing shows, we doing appearances. So we both was shooting videos we was together on the road shooting videos together in Egypt while we was, you know what I mean? We was on the road. And so that's why they in the music video for Damage, but they not on that song. And some of the ones that you see, like you see Noble have shot in Egypt. I shot some of those too. And in South Africa and Nepal and all, Ireland and London, all over the world. You feel what I mean?
Yo, son, that video is such a work of art. I seen that joint multiple times over and over. I was like, yo, this shit is special. You know what I mean?
Thank you,
this
bro.
All your visuals are good. You got some good visuals. I will say that. I will definitely say for and I'm picky, and I know he is when it comes to meeting any underground artist. So it's got to be something there for us to even like, because we take the same route you do. We build on the better half of our skills every day. But I seen stuff that made me attracted to wanting to watch, and that's a very important place for a new artist. You know what I mean? So looking at it as this somebody I don't know much about, and seeing him for the first time in this caliber. I was just playing through stuff just so I can ask questions today. But really, my biggest question is, how the hell you get on TED, bro?
Oh, Ted, oh
How you
yeah,
get on TED, bro?
How the hell?
Get that juice up,
yeah,
yo.
man.
Get it up, bro. How you do that? Yo, round of applause. His brother done got on TED Talk, man.
Yeah.
Oh, love,
Niggas
man.
from the hood, son. Like he ain't get on TED Talk. Your man got on Theodore Talk.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
not
Like,
You know
what?
what I mean?
100,
How?
100.
What did you do? How'd you get
Elaborate,
that?
sir. Elaborate, please.
Yeah, no, I like you mentioned earlier. I work with the nonprofit called aimfortheheart.org. So
Yes,
Aim
sir.
for the Heart was a group, with Layla Steinberg and the mic sessions with Tupac Shakur. And so
Oh,
they,
word.
we go into schools and prisons and communities and
Oh,
do
that's
workshops through music and art teaching emotional literacy. That's why when you say, "Oh, you're a
yeah,
therapist," like, I'm not a therapist, but I do think like a lot of my work with music and just my hard work is through like you know mental health. You feel what I mean? And,
Okay.
and like
Okay.
teaching people to manage their emotions using a tool that I use and a lot of people use already through their art. You know, I have done like maybe over 50,000 students. I put together
what?
workshops for in the LA area and different schools and different even from Harvard to so San Diego State was one of the ones we did was a TED talk about it and it's social emotional learning which is just like teaching people how to deal with what happens in life because it's like you got a bunch of history that's not true you know what I mean and then you
Yeah, yeah.
got a bunch of like science that some of it is being proven wrong as you go on. Who knows? I mean, not to like diss any other subject, but one of the most
Mm-hmm.
important things that kids and adults don't learn always is just how to deal, access, assess, identify, manage their emotions and emotions of other people around them. And
Right.
so that's kind
Mm.
of what that TED Talk is about.
Dope.
It's the power of music and art on the heart. And so yeah, we had the honor of doing a lot of like speaking engagements with people from Layla Steinberg to Professor Jody Armour. I did
Oh,
the
wow.
Netflix thing, white privilege movie with Chelsea Handler and
Oh, word.
I don't know. Oh yeah, and obviously like one of my my OGs, Bobby Seale, and I've been blessed to travel around with Bobby Seale, founder of the Panthers,
Wow, is that
do
right, yo?
numerous engagements and just tour with him and kind of just learn and what I mean, just learn and soak in some of that leadership, you know what I mean, and
Mm-hmm.
strategy. So
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing
yeah,
that we got you on the show today specifically. Today, I'm actually a part of the Black Panther chapter of Georgia.
okay,
And today
amazing.
we were downtown rallying, and then you mentioned Bobby Seale. I've
Mm-hmm.
read Seize the Time. Seize the Time is fire. Bobby Seale, man, listen, people got to show love of all these figures. These figures, they don't just stop at Carmichael Stokely and Huey
Mm.
P. It's a plethora of great individuals that didn't do much, but just the significance of who they were played a major part in the chess moves. And Bobby Seale is definitely one of those guys. So if he's your mentor, that's a beautiful thing. I'm saying in my mind as you're telling how you got into that point of doing the TED Talk, how amazing it is and how reflective it is to recognize that music still is therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Like you literally are doing what you love, then enhancifying that by being able to take it onto a counselor perspective. Because once you put on a tie and rap, I don't always think Jay-Z. You know what I mean? I don't always think Jay-Z when I see the tie and the rap. It was a lot more
Right.
brothers wearing suits back then too. And it just so happened Jay just brought it back. So to
Yeah.
see that sophistication play a part, that's being taught. Because then we can look like gentlemen and still, and not saying a necktie does it, but just the opportunity to, what I was told, dress for the job you want. So I see what you're doing, and I'm
Mhm.
checking the boxes and saying, dang, I think like you're like right now to me, just in a rookie level. I'm put us in a rookie arena, right? You're like Master P when he decided to just go play NBA after he had done all this other stuff. And you're like,
Yep.
he in the league?
Yeah, right.
Everybody mind. Like, yeah, man.
That's a
I
good
like what I
example, yo.
see in you, bro. You're doing a great job right now. Who's your favorite wrestler? Because you know we're gonna ask that.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, I'm heavy into like rock era, like SmackDown rock era, like,
Okay.
and you know, I
Yeah.
still rock with like Stone Cold. He was, you know, him and Rock kind of had a rivalry, but they both kind of was on the same sides of a different coin against Triple H. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, you know, so yeah, I'm definitely, I don't know, and it's crazy because I mean, you know, I don't know, I like The Rock back in the day, and Stone Cold too, both of their characters. But then back when, like now, if you probably ask most people, they probably know The Rock as an actor, and they don't
Yeah.
like on some Will
I
Smith
never
type
seen
shit,
him
like,
wrestle. Right.
you know what I
That's
mean?
that is a great example. He said on some Will Smith shit, like it's a
Also,
whole
Will.
generation that don't know Will Smith was a rapper.
They
Just like
don't
there's
know.
people that don't know, Ice Cube is one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Or Ice.
Exactly,
You know what I
exactly.
mean? They
And
just
Ice
know your
T's
man
another
from
one.
that's absolutely Ice T. But they just know Ice Cube from, are we there yet? Or some
Are we
crazy
there
shit.
Right.
yet?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Friday. Yeah,
right.
it's
You
nuts.
know what I
It's
mean?
nuts.
It's just like
Oh, we yeah, that's
nigga, what?
crazy.
You talking
It's
about Ice
nuts.
Cube?
They ain't say triple X, they ain't say Friday, they said,
Nah, nah,
oh, we
nah.
there
Are
yet.
we there yet? So
Man.
I'm like, son, you talking about the dude that made the nappy dugout?
The nappy dugout is
Come
crazy.
on.
Are we there yet, son?
Come on.
Be true to the game.
Be true. Barbershop 3 and 2 and
Barbershop
1.
3, nigga.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's crazy. It's
Left
crazy.
side in the house. Yo.
I'm trying to tell you, yo. I'm trying to tell you. Hey,
Real talk.
yo, Lou. I need you to talk to us about your involvement with Web3.
Oh,
Please,
yeah.
please
That's
give
what I
us this
mean.
information for our
That's what I
audience. Yo.
mean. Look at all this shit.
I know.
Yeah,
Talk to us
man. The
about this, man.
Web3 it's definitely a glimpse into the future of what's possible for independent artists and the business of independent artistry. You know, like I got lucky, just the pieces fell into the right moment, but I think the opportunity is still there just based on the business model.
Okay.
And for anyone that's like interested too, I got a book. It's called 50 Ways to Make 50K Using Music NFTs. And
Oh, that's fire.
essentially, like
You can send
I
me that
started
book.
out just with a deal from Gala Music, where there was a good friend, a partner of mine. His name was Cyrano, and he was going from long story short, he's the guy that brought me in. You know, him and Layla Steinberg, my team. You know, we I went over to Gala Music and I did like a 5-song deal with them, and I saw, this really 5 NFTs deal with them, and I said, oh, this really could work. And
Can
it's
you
kind of a
elaborate on
lot
that?
to. What'd you say?
Can you elaborate on NFTs? I think our audience doesn't really have a familiarity with how art can actually turn to an
Yeah.
actual finance on
Yes,
the
sir.
stock market. Can you give us some of that knowledge?
Yeah, yeah. Let me super rewind, because I'm sure no one even probably knows. So a music NFT and the blockchain, the Web3, essentially like a music NFT is the same as it's a non-fungible token. And a non-fungible token is just a non-fungible means something that you can't touch, you can't hold. And a token is referring to like a type of money. A dollar is a token, a penny is a token,
Right.
like any type of coin or even crypto is also a token, and those that's a non-fungible. These are non-fungible tokens. So specifically NFTs, these are like, could be a painting, could be a picture, could be a song, and people collect them online in the crypto, in the metaverse, which is like this pretty much just means anything in Web3 where people are connected on a blockchain everyone at the same time. And what a
I was gonna
blockchain
say
is,
that it has to be a blockchain, right?
it's a
Mm,
block exactly. And the blockchain pretty much is so that there's a record of transparency. Anytime someone does something on the chain is recorded on this same chain. So everyone's a part of the same thing.
Does that population increase the value?
It creates depending upon what there's a bunch of different blockchains. So it's not just like there could be on the Gala network, you could be on the Solana network, the Ethereum, Bitcoin. There's different blockchains, and pretty much like I don't want to get too confusing to people, but the basic
mm,
for an artist, if you're an artist, what it is to you is we sell units. We sold CDs, tapes, right? Like
right.
when they took away our ability to sell units, that's where they really hurt us. And
Right.
so now we had this for me was like, oh, I can sell something. The first song NFT I sold was $100, 100 NFTs, one collection, one song, and 100 of them, and I made a music video out of it. So I like it actually was really a music video, not just a song, and I sold it for $100, and either 100 people can buy one of them, or you can buy. There's 100 quantity, so however that's distributed is first come first serve whoever buys it, and once that's sold out, I'm thinking, okay, you could like 10,000, like that's was probably better than the deal that I was gonna do, 10, 20,000. Like people are not really getting big advances, like you know what I mean? So
Mm.
the second
But you
NFT I
stand
did,
by this as a monopoly, though. You really believe that artists should take an interest in? Because I've been telling people for a while that I have an idea of an NFT, just got into OpenSea and wasn't sure of how the familiarity was ecosystem wise. If you're not really aware of how to use it, it could be a little confusing. But
Right.
it's lucrative from
yeah,
what I hear artists say.
So you know what, yo, Lou. So I got a question about that. So like, we,
hmm
all three of us here, we are. It's safe to say we are hip hop, right? So like, as an artist, right? All of us, one time or another, right? Hip hop has always been about, well, at least the part of hip hop where it's supposed to be is about ownership, right? Masters, publishing, merch, image, likeness, right? Is Web3 putting the artist in a position to own more or to own all? Like, is it safe to say that?
it's safe to say that that Web3, that there are no limits, but also
Right.
beware that everything that's possible in Web 2 is possible in Web 3. It seems a little tricky at first, but it's actually very understandable. And I think like when I realized like, oh, all the like black people and like, like just random people that was involved in Web 3, that I was like, oh, this is like niggas know about this shit. You know what I mean? That's
Hmm.
when I like start to realize like I didn't only have to work with like major corporations that were upcoming in the crypto scene. So that's why I say this. That's why I say it's like you can have ownership, but you also have to enter that game and look at it from the standpoint of like, I need a we have to create things that like we are set up to make us win. And we have to keep in
Right.
mind that if we didn't create something, it might not be set up to make us win. But in crypto, just the idea that I could sell and have sold hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of music NFTs, that is just my own
Hmm.
songs
That is
that I
pretty
just
dope. I
made
can't
like
lie.
anyone else. And there's
Yeah, that's
plenty of artists who are way more famous than me and have way more followers than me, but have never actually had any sales, anything close to that type of profit
wow.
from music. And that's just all to the business. You know what I mean? Yeah, I have people rocking me, but it was the business we were doing that was better business, at least in the moment.
Yo, that's bananas, yo.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. You're gonna be hearing from me after today.
Yes,
You might
yes,
as well
sir.
get you see your cuz over on the east side. I'm telling you right
Yeah.
now.
Please, please.
I just commend you, man. You are my master P to the youth hip hop, to the rookie level of the hip hop. And
Hey,
I
yo, I'm
say
about to,
rookie in respects of where you have gotten compliment wise with the people you've done features with, along with your surroundings and those individuals. Like in the topic of Snoop having something to say about talking about academics. That's a wow button. Most people can't say they even got Snoop to say anything about them, more or less
right.
compliment them on their insult for a guy that he probably don't like either.
That's fair.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, nah,
That's fair
Snoop
to say.
is, I mean, and people, yeah, like context too. Like, I got some joints, I got multiple joints with Snoop too. So, you know what I mean? Make sure y'all go check those out. Snoop was
Oh, word?
signed to the same company that I was with, Gala. This same company that I
Oh
started
wow.
with. Snoop was signed, and they
Oh,
bought
wow. We
Death
know
Row.
that.
That company actually. I'm floating. I'm sideways. I'm sitting sideways.
I mean,
Still
as
see me?
long as
LA,
you,
LA
as
thing. I
long
don't
as
know
you
nothing
ain't
about
lost in
that.
the days, yeah,
I'm
man.
sitting
You're
sideways.
Territory.
sitting
Anyway.
sideways over there, lost in the days and shit.
But yeah, for anyone that's like, y'all could please hit me whenever. And for anyone that's just curious, can also hit me and just send me a message. And like, it's probably on my page too, but I got this book. I'm like, for anyone that's one-on-one, one by one, simple steps, they got multiple different Web3 platforms on there. Some of them are new around. Some of them are, obviously they are all constantly updated, but from OpenSea to Tune FM to Pump Fun. There's a bunch of different, Recordian one that Edie's got. So yeah, there's different ways that someone can get on and step by step instructions for anyone that's into that. And if y'all, like I said, y'all both feel free to hit me whenever we could chop it
I'm be
about it.
hitting
No
you, bro.
question.
Cause
Yeah,
I need that
that's super
NF.
dope. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
tell you, your
yeah.
man hit me with like mad acronyms right now that I ain't know shit. Your man, it sounded like he was seeing, ancient hieroglyphics. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, this must be some fucking Compton graffiti he talking about. I don't even know what he just said. But but the point of the matter is, I want to know. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
Point of the matter, I'm not dismissing it because I'm, jokey joke shit. Nah,
That shit real.
you know what I mean? Yeah, this shit's real, son. I'm happy as fuck. I'm glad Q not on the show because he'd have probably found that he'd probably figured out a way to like not get educated because he probably been drinking something.
Hypersexualize an NFT. Like
Yeah,
how you make an NFT so sexy?
Man, it's funny, man.
Hugh Hefner.
shit, yo, hey
So,
yo,
so,
right
so
now, yo,
fellas,
Lou,
what part of
your
Cali
My
you
bad,
from,
bro.
bro?
screen look like purple haze, yo.
I know, my bad, y'all. I'm trying to put it regular, this thing.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
all we see. I was about to say, yo, were you trying to
We reading this
channel?
hemoglobin. We reading this hemoglobin level.
He reading this.
He cleaning
Oh,
that window.
I'm about to
He
say,
cleaning that window.
I thought he was trying his Prince Halloween mask on, son.
Too crazy. Too crazy. Yo, what part of Cali you from, bro?
From LA, from the west side.
Yeah.
LA, from
Yeah,
Crenshaw,
I've
Venice.
had the chance to hang in LA. LA is a beautiful place as it is a scary place, bro.
Huh.
Like the first time I seen Los Angeles Boulevard and saw the poverty, I instantly thought about the old Newark riots. Like, damn, poverty
Mhm.
is everywhere, bro. It don't
Yeah.
matter. They had tents on it looked like a whole mile radius of nothing but just homeless tents. I seen a
Wow.
mansion tent of homeless things put all together. I'm like, it's like 3 bedrooms in there. In this one little setup
Wow.
you got. But
Heavy.
on
Real.
another note,
Nah, Skid Row is
heavy.
crazy. There's like a project we did, EPMT, and it was about like ending poverty and making trillions. End poverty, make trillions. And really because like people, the billionaires and trillionaires who are policy effectors don't really care about ending poverty as much as they care about making trillions. So that's why
Writing
they
it
use the
off.
policy
Mm.
and poverty making trillions. But we went around to 36 of the most impoverished cities around the country, and we shot a documentary and just like kind of
wow.
discuss ending poverty and, you know, how poverty could be ended if they wanted to end it. And the dude
Wow.
that I did it with, he like put together a $200 million trust and we ran pilots with that 200 million where he would give
What?
out basic incomes to communities like
What?
around the country, like to the full community. And it
I
was,
told you, yo. Hey,
I
yo, I'm
keep
sorry,
telling
yo.
people nonprofits the
I
way,
gotta
bro.
interrupt, yo. I gotta interject, son. Hey, yo, Lou. So before we started this show, a couple hours ago, I was speaking to my brother O Jacobs here, right? And I was like, hey, yo, son, we got Louis King on the show. He was like, word? Okay. All right. Say no more. I'm gonna be up. We on. And he was like, yo, what's the name of the show? I was like, yo, son, we calling this The Wonderful World of Louis King. And he was like, nigga, where you be coming with these titles from? I was like, fam, because Louis King is like, he's like a real fucking Willy Wonka. You like that ass. Hey,
I love that. I love
Dick,
that.
In real time.
am
I
I
love
tripping
that.
now? We
Nah, you ain't tripping. I
we
just
done been
called
with
him Master P. Like, like,
I,
yeah,
we
and I
bro.
love shouts
we
to
done been
P.
with
Shouts
this man about what?
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. We done been with this man for what? 30, 35 minutes now? Yo, fam, I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like going through
Wow.
I feel like going through a lake of chocolate.
Yo,
Man, I love that. I love Willy Wonka too,
fondue,
cuz he a man.
period.
What
Willy
you talking
Wonka
about?
OG,
You
cuz.
want to do paradise.
Yeah. Oh
Come
yeah.
on, son. That's
That's
my
my
shit,
shit.
son.
That's my
That
shit.
is the
You feel
shit. I
me?
ain't gonna lie.
We put
I
my
got
daughter
tears
on
in my
that one.
eyes. That's funny as shit.
I'm just trying to tell you, I'm happy as fuck that it took me this
Yeah,
long to
yo.
find a hip hop Willy Wonka. This it's Louis King.
Yeah,
I love
yo.
it,
That's it.
cuz. I
Yeah,
love
yo.
it.
That's it.
Mr. Wonka, Louis King.
That's it.
Represent.
Hey, yo. So our show and the very foundation of this show is made up of, sure, the cultures of hip hop and pro wrestling, right? But the thing is the immediate similarities of what both of these worlds share. You know what I mean? The characters, the pain, the presentation, maybe most importantly, the moments, right? And I tell you, I could tell you the first time I felt when I was live watching the Macho Man face Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, like literally in the arena,
I remember
right?
that.
While I could sit here and also tell you how it meant when I was spinning on a cardboard box, you know what I mean? Breakdancing in Long Island to EPMD when I
Remember
was
that?
7 years old. You know what I mean? So these are like nostalgic moments, but these are the only reason I'm sharing that is with just letting you know it ain't to continue to talk shit about academics, bitch ass. But it's about anytime I could just do one of these, I just feel like doing it. But that wasn't the point. The point of the matter is, right? The gospel of hip hop. Yo, fam, I thought you were just showing me a Bible just so you could tell me to stop talking shit about academics. But either way, I think all y'all right. You know what I mean? But the point of the matter is, what I want to know from Louis is when you create Louis King music, right? And when you create Louis King film or visuals, right? Is it hard for you to, I guess, distinguish what the real you is or what the cinematic version of you is when you get so lost into these worlds?
Or is there a
Mhm.
difference?
Right. That's probably the real question.
That's a great question. I mean, I think that's a great question. Like, I think there's definitely a similarity, a connection. I think, there's a character that I created, you know what I mean? And he's like this imperfect superhero, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And like, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a nigga with a chain, you know what I mean? And that's like the guy you see, you know what I mean? Like, with the jacket, you know what I mean? With the jacket,
With a
you know what I
chain.
mean? And then he always
I
got
love it.
the mask too, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
like on my like, artist shit, you feel what I mean? So, but like, I think that the whole idea is like that was like a symbolic character I created that I felt like had to have like the wardrobe and the whole superhero thing. Like, it had to be and it has different symbols to it. But to just bring that story full circle, like I think, but it's based on me. Everything is based on me and what I'm manifesting, what I'm trying to get away from, ways I'm trying to heal. Like, I think sometimes a lot of my music is like, trying to manifest positivity out of like a understanding, like, bro, like for me to go to a school, for me to go to Harvard and talk to people about emotional literacy, like, bro, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a guru, I'm not like even a nigga that's like so crazy in control. Like, I'm a crazy ass nigga, bro. Like, I'm really a crazy nigga, bro. Like I say that in the same words of like, look, I love my life. I love like, the opportunities I've been given, but I channel a lot of, you know what I mean, to keep myself from going off the end in situations. Can go from, I'm a rapper, I'm from LA, like I'm outside, I'm dealing with people and I'm dealing with big businesses who are think I'm like a little dude. You feel what I mean? So they're taking the chances against me, you know what I mean? So I'm going to war with everybody. You feel what I mean? Like,
So that's what I
and
was thinking. I was going to ask that. The question I think he was asking that kind of brought it more, that you just brought more forward, was
yeah.
in having these different attributes. Is it ever a moment where it's just entirely just you, or is there a distinguishment between the two, the artist and the filmmaker? And now, even though you may have humored on not being a therapist, you actually are. You know, you actually are. You're doing the therapist work. You're doing the counselor's work. Even with the aspects of shout outs to your nonprofits and the ones you're involved in, you're giving light to things that most artists that can only have appreciated the culture the way we have, because the way that you're profounding what you do was the way that hip hop was structured to exist. It had to have these qualities of elements, but each one of them was supposed to go out and expound upon the betterments of our neighborhoods and our communities. And you're doing it from the different, I guess, the different skills that you've learned in your own wizardry and sorcery. So, like, at a point where you've heard you could do this, you could do this, you could do this, and the jack of all trades sticks out. I guess the bigger question is, what makes you feel like you aren't a therapist?
Yeah. I mean, I think
Fear?
one thing that like brings me back to reality. What were you saying? My bad. Yeah.
What makes the question that we were asking was, after knowing you wear these many hats, when it comes down to it, the one thing that I'm seeing for myself, I respect education, I respect growth, but you said something that is particularly very important for the craft of for the culture of hip hop, and most people don't get to elaborate on that. You stated that you were not a therapist, but everything you seem to be doing in your acts of success has blesses you to show that you actually are. What makes you think that you aren't?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I mean, I love it. I say that just with respect to like the a piece of paper, a certificate or something, and not to like disrespect anyone who
Gotcha.
has gone through their education in that sense and done that.
Or like Dr. Umar not going to med school but being a doctor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I also just to not to be like speak on, not to be like capping like, oh, I'm a therapist, but no, like the truth is, I really just started going into classes as a just like doing a assembly as a guest, and then I had schools that was like, well, can you come and just teach your class just for the whole year? And then that turned into years, and it was certain opportunities like writing Crenshaw, at Audubon Middle School. That's where I started. And that was right after
That's
I did that.
interesting.
You said, is
I'm
that my
excited
curriculum?
about hearing these things, and
Yeah,
it's dawning back on some of the decisions that even I've watched my brother Rich do. Like, back, let me tell on him. So back in the days,
yeah.
Rich made a children's book with CD, the whole character, all the
Mhm.
voices, the super illest piece of, nobody knows when this will return again, but the fact that it exists and I've seen people take the paths, that was his angle of helping to the community. That's what I got out of that. So
Oh
when
yeah.
I'm looking at what you do, I'm saying, well, you didn't necessarily go through the child's book, but you thought of how a book could be easily read by people taking on a higher level of thinking for finance. Like, after you see yourself doing all these things, right? Where does the peace come at? Where do you find yourself the most happiness in all of this? Is it the servitude? Is it the skill set? Is it the return of finance? Where are you the most happiest in all of this?
I think I'm most happy. I think I'm just at peace with, you know, number one, like being a father, you know what I mean? And that's the same
Oh
place
man,
where I like can
all
can
three
look
of us.
back and just feel like whether this is the superhero, this the rapper, this is the whatever, like I'm just the father. Like that's just the constant. Like take everything away. You doing good at this, you doing bad. You right here always with that. I'm in there and I'm talking about things that are like that students want and need to talk about and sometimes don't have another outlet to talk about. And same thing in the prisons. When we go into prisons, it's the same thing. We're in youth offenders program. And and so I've been really blessed to be with this nonprofit, Aim for the Heart, and work with Layla for many years. And so yeah, you start to see the value, of what you're doing, and it doesn't look the same as everyone else. You know what I mean? And like I've been fortunate to tour with the Earl Sweatshirts and Anderson Packs and Thundercats, and so I've been able to be, to see like, oh, I'm right here, you know what I mean? And we in Madison Square Garden and the Great Western Forum and all these places. But at the same time, my journey has always looked a little bit different because I think like, you know, I just come from like from it's not just music to me, it's more so about the purpose, and it's a medium for something bigger, you know what I mean? And so yeah, for me, like that's why it's funny just with the whole academics thing, because it's like, yeah, like of course I would say that, cause like, but at the same time, like I've really
Right.
spent most of my career going for like, like there's a brother named Lakeith Smith, you know what I mean, who got a felony murder in Alabama. And so I wrote a song that uh, a couple people shared it, like Russell Simmons, you know what I mean, and Mr. Checkpoint, and helped make the song go viral to tell the story to help get
Super dope.
Lakeith out of prison. And I'm in this network of influencers and artists and lawyers, really, like Professor Armour, who Benjamin Crump, you know what I mean, and these type of guys that I have relationships with, that we just are trying to impact change and make change, and whether that be in politics or race relations or mass incarceration. And so yeah, like you know, that's kind of what I do. I've been like a protest rapper. If someone's like trying to look at who I am or what yeah, I made a bunch of songs for a bunch of movies and shows and different artists, but who am I really? Like I'm someone who's, trying to I'm choosing to make an impact this way. And what else comes from it, I mean, will come, but
That's
it's
a good
not going to
point.
be the same
Yeah.
way. Yeah, everyone else will.
That's a good point. So, is it safe to say that your curriculum or even your choices come from like your upbringing or your experiences from where you grew up? Like, how did you get to a point where giving back was much more as important as it was being successful as an artist? How did that come about?
Yeah, I mean, I think I grew up as someone who's like I was drumming, as a kid. I didn't like say really from the beginning, but my dad is an African drummer, so I came in as an African
Oh
Man,
wow.
drummer.
that's so important.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So that's where like the idea of like these songs that we write are like, you know, I come from the Yoruba, and F.O.E, and these songs are actual
Ooh.
Talking
chants
that
that
talk.
have meanings, you know what I mean? And so for me, like that was just kind of in my lineage. And then growing up in LA and growing up as someone who was living in the gang like lifestyle, you know what I mean? And at the same time was like a sports star, you know what I mean? And so
That's right.
you
You do
know,
got national awards. Let's talk about that too when you're done.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I played at Villanova, so I won championships back. I know like Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart
Oh
and
man.
these guys, you know, we played at the same school, both won rings, you know what I
Yo,
mean?
Wow.
chill, son. Those are
Wow.
my New York Knicks.
Yeah, no, I rooted
Those
for
are
them
my
boys,
Oh,
New
boy.
let's
I
York
go.
rooted for
Knicks,
them
my
G's up,
nigga.
boy. I
Let's
rooted
go,
for
you
them
Swear.
swear.
boys. Yeah, you ain't never
Yo,
get
that's
3 on the
Everybody
team.
did. They
super dope.
deserve that.
They
Everybody
deserve
Fuck
did.
that.
yeah.
They deserve
Knicks
that.
is, I'm a Bulls fan. My house was sided. We had Knicks and Bulls fans in my house. I've been a Bulls fan since '82. So once we heard about Jordan, I was already in that James Worthy, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Jordan. I was
Good,
already
son.
there. But to watch Patrick Ewing, I think the mob threatened him and he missed that one layup for them to go to that finals. I still to this day think they had his nuts in a ball or something like that. But with that being said, I couldn't have told you how much I ever felt like a Knicks fan these last damn 2 weeks. I've been the
Bruh.
highest Knicks fan ever. It's gotta happen.
No,
This is
I
the
Yeah.
best
love it.
story ever.
I'm Lakers, so I almost was ready to
Yeah.
just stop watching, but then I was like, wait, like Knicks could win, and I'm like, and I'm
Knicks
knowing
could
like, oh, these
win.
my guys, like, you know what I mean, like,
Let's go.
you know, they got two of them, you know what I mean, at Nova, so I'm like, these guys could really do it, like they winning like that, but yeah, man, like, you know,
That's bananas.
to come
Hold on.
from
Hey,
LA
Lou,
to like one of
you
them
played
type of
with them?
schools. What'd you say?
You played with them or no?
I was a football player, running back, national championship.
Okay. Got it. Oh, that's super
Yeah,
dope. What the fuck?
Athlete's lunchroom.
yeah. No, I mean, we you know, if you one thing about Villanova is only white people, and the black
Only.
people is less than 300 black players, black people that go to the school that are not athletes. Less than 300.
Right.
Mm,
So and you know, you talking about we play a game, might be 100,000 people in the stands, but ain't 300
ooh.
black people
You
that,
gotta be good now.
you know what I mean?
Dang.
So you know,
It's all
you
that money.
know all the football players and all the basketball players, everyone know them. And you know, we know all of us because we the only brothers, not just on the campus, in the whole town. And if you just drive
Damn.
west, you're gonna drive 5 hours till you find some more black people in Pittsburgh.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
Dang.
like it's
Damn.
literally the least diverse school in the nation. But anyway, like we win championships. We do we ball out. We ball out and they recruit like a
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker. So, you know, long story to say is just it's really a shock to go from LA to somewhere like that, somewhere really diverse and open,
Mm,
to somewhere Roman Catholic, all white. You see if you even
wow.
blink wrong, they on you, you know, and
Mm,
so yeah, like I had to kind of, you know, do a lot to you know, really try hard to like keep myself, you know what I mean, put myself in the right direction for from high school,
mm-hmm.
just like growing out of that. And, you know, I think I lost my little brother, you know, but I always was like a leader. And when I came back and started doing music, you know, I took some of my homies with me from my crew, and we kind of created like our own
Always
kind of
fire.
movement out here.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, you know, I think just with the music and with all of it, like, you know, it's not necessarily that, you know, like I think yeah, the biggest thing I have, you know, one of the greatest things I have is just, you know, I am who I am, and I've lived my actual story, and people in LA and people who know me from whatever part of my life they know me, you know, I will tell you that I am me, and I did do the things that people know me for. And I think that's a part of the game that's kind of being lost. And it's like, if you could just create a gimmick, you know what I mean? So my little yellow jacket thing is like, this mystery, this attention getting glistening thing that's like grabbing the attention. And the mask is like, hiding behind the mask of fame. And if you got 1 million followers, if you got this, like, I created the idea famous in the metaverse, and then manifested that. And it was a joke at first, like, he's not famous. He's famous in the metaverse. But then it became like, in the metaverse, these people are paying hundreds. I sold my album for $2,000. Like, it became, a manifestation. So I think, I don't know. That's kind of all the questions, all pieces of your questions. I kind of try to
Jeez.
tag
The
all
real
of them
question
in.
is when you going to LAX and touching down in Atlanta so you can come chill with us.
Oh
Right.
man, I definitely got to tap in with y'all.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you need to build with us ASAP.
Is his name out there? Sound Oracles in Atlanta?
Yeah.
That's his
Okay,
neighbor.
yeah. No, my boy went
Yeah. I
out
mean,
there.
he literally lives 5 doors from me.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. My boy went out there last time and was over at his studio. I don't know
Word.
if you know Beats Music, but yeah,
Yeah.
I
man,
know
that's
Beats.
Absolutely.
yeah. We definitely
Yeah,
gotta make
we
that
know them
happen.
fools, yo. We know them
Okay,
fools.
yeah, yeah, man, he
Mm-hmm.
funny, man. Nah, the
Yo,
A
so
for sure.
we
Definitely got to come to the A, bro.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
We got to.
100%.
For us, I think the best part about being able to do this podcast is outside of being MCs ourselves, we just
Mm-hmm.
get to be silly and talk about the things we grew up loving. I mean, my guy literally has action figures in his room, and mine are sitting in a box. And I grew up just as ghetto as any other kid from the PJs, and
Yeah.
went through all the stuff that anyone else could have went through. I
Mm-hmm.
played ball next to a guy that ended up going to the NBA, as I played ball next to a guy who went to the NFL, and never thought I'd see any of it. So it's like,
Yep.
to see you say that and then have the accolades to match, and all
Yep.
these other valued levels that you've met. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's I don't meet too many people who've had 2 or 3 of those things. They're very historical. They
Right.
should be admired. I'm not necessarily saying you just need a pat on the back or a handshake. I'm just saying that people should respect that there are still individuals who think that wide in range and can put selfless first.
Appreciate
That is
that.
a very small window,
Mm-hmm.
man. Because
Yep.
we ain't counting your pockets, we counting your character, and you are
Yep.
you my Master P to the rookie world of hip hop. Ladies and gentlemen,
My dog. I
Lou
love
King,
it,
Lou
bro.
come on,
King.
y'all.
Hey, yo,
Thank
Give
you,
that man
man.
flowers.
Lou, man, we appreciate you being on here this evening with us, man. Before I, hit us up with our synopsis of the evening before we get up out of here, right? I got a question. I guess I got one last question. Is there anything, of course, because you wear so many hats, right? You wear so many hats, you work with so many different people. Is there something that your audience or your fans or the people that don't, or the people that need to know you, that's the real thing, right? Is there something out there that's misunderstood about Lewis King?
Good question.
That's a good question. I think there's a lot of shit misunderstood. You know what I mean? I think don't get it fucked up. I think don't get it fucked up.
And
I
fuck
mean,
around and find
I
out.
don't know. Yeah, I
So
think that's one thing. Like,
that's
to
pretty
be
much
real,
what my
like,
Willie Walker just said.
no,
Fuck
100,
around
like,
and find out.
no, fuck around and find out. Cause I will say, like, like
Don't get it
that's,
fucked up.
you try to be, yeah, like I told you, I'm definitely not like that guy, you know what I'm saying? But I will say, like, I'm trying always to be like a better version of myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
so I'm trying to be accountable for my words and my actions and my goals and, ups, downs, whatever it is. But definitely am very human and down to earth, and on the wrong day, I'll smack the shit out of a nigga real quick, you know what I'm saying? But, like, like
I'm
I
gonna figure
said,
that.
man,
Oh, there it
I'm about
is.
love and peace and healing,
Yes,
and
sir.
I think it's like when you work in rap, you feel what I mean? It's such a braggadocious, almost like surface
Yep.
level, like
Yep.
very clout, very in the same way of going into a San Quentin, right, or a Lancaster prison, and you're cutting through something that's everyone is, you know what I mean, all on their shit, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, trying to walk up, but the truth of the matter.
Did we lose him?
We might have lost him.
Where'd Louis go?
Yo, Louis the Eighth. Yo, Silly Wonka.
Silly Wonka is crazy. He getting that name. You getting that name, Lou? I hope you hear it.
Hey,
You
yo,
getting Silly Wonka is one of your nicknames now. Yeah.
hey, yo, how you last about 97% of the show,
And right
and
now we
then
gotta end this.
right when we trying to get. Hey, yo, Lou,
Really, shit up, Rich. Another day.
I don't even know if you can
Greatest
hear us or
podcast.
not.
Where did Lou go?
I don't know, but this is the rigors of live television. You know what I mean? I feel like when niggas is on Saturday Night Live and they getting they getting a thing on, somebody totally fucks up. Yeah. Oh man, the box done left now.
You know the box left, he left.
Man, fuck.
We gotta wait like one 60-second moment for it to turn to 100% uploading, yo. And he gonna come and watch. That's funny.
Shit.
That's a good show.
You know what? Hold on. Oh, you know what we're gonna do? If I can't get him back on, because the show is the show and the show must go on, right?
Show must go on.
So I think we know enough about him. I think we had a great show. I think we had a
Yes.
great showing, right?
Yes.
He totally
Louis
fucked
King,
up
y'all.
he
Go check
totally
him out.
fucked up my ending, by the way. So I'm not gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. What I'm gonna ask is, hey yo, O Jacobs, can you act as if you are Louis King out of the wonderful world of Willy Wonka, and
Hold
just
on, I gotta put my hand on the screen.
see if there's a way. If you can end the show with our new sponsor. I gotta go the ticket.
I gotta go to ticket. This ticket is gonna give me the opportunity to finally see me and my guys finally get into the blockchain. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know anything about blockchain, learn your lesson. There are books out there, and Louis King is one of the guys who's gonna certify you the opportunity to get rich.
That's right.
You're gonna help the rich, and you're gonna get the poor the fuck up out of here. And you know what? They're gonna be so happy because they're gonna.
Oh,
be
wait a minute! I think he might be coming back in.
If he comes back in, I just ruined that whole ending. Like, Louis, come on.
Man. Hey, yo, you still
I was just about, we were ending the show. Like, we was trying to give you a commercial and everything.
Yo, he was talking hella shit about LA. He was talking hella shit about LA.
He
Yo,
called you Silly Wonka and everything, bro. I don't know what happened.
This shit crazy.
My
this
shit
is so
that
bad.
shit
He
hit at
said
the worst
James
time
Worthy
possible.
about
He's like, how
worst
you
time
get through
possible.
97% of the show and just stop?
He
Bruh,
said
I was
James
like
Worthy
making a
never
point
never
too.
hit a layup that counted, yo.
You were making a point.
That-
I forgot what the point was. We tried
I
to
was
end it
making
3
a point.
times. You might as well go on and end the show, Lou.
All
was
I
so
know is
mad,
that
bro.
right before you left, I was about to say, hey, I was trying to tell the audience that NFT stood for nigga finally through.
Nigga, finally.
Through. But I feel like that's not what it is. I think your man told us this. It is non-fungible token. Hey yo, I know son, the greatest F.O.E
That's
show,
right.
Yo, Lou, our audience is made up of absolute fucking lunatics, right? They're
Okay.
maniacs. They're maniacs. You know, if you share the same love for hip hop and pro wrestling, come on, fam. You're a maniac. You know why you're a maniac? Because deep down, rooted, like as we actually just found out in this very show, right? Because my man Louis King he didn't know that he was a therapist.
He didn't know.
Just
he had
like,
to tell him.
to be honest with you, I don't think I knew that I was a therapist, that you're a therapist, Sound Oracle's a therapist, B-Rock, Chief Bally. You know why? No, in all honesty, yo, you know why we therapy is literally just, it's you creating an escape route for somebody else to enjoy. You know what I mean? Whether it's listening to the music, reading your words, reading a book, watching a show, whatever it is, if you can create an escape route for somebody to say, I want to hear that. I want to listen to this. I want to read that. I want to watch this. Fam, your job has already been completed. You know what I mean? The beauty,
You know what?
the
That's a
beauty
good
about
question. I think I
the
got another
beauty.
question.
Listen, yo, the beauty about being a creative, like each of us are, and you know the majority of our show anyway. The beauty of being a creative is just, as I said, being able to create an escape route for somebody else to say thank you. And to be honest with you, yo, you know, would fair compensation be beautiful? Sure, it would. You know what I mean? I mean, nobody's gonna not take that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, to be honest with you, yo, it's always been whether someone said, yo, son, I loved your music. Yo, I love that book you wrote. Yo, I love the fucking show you created. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, it's always something beautiful for me to just say, yo, man, I appreciate that. Like I really do. And thank you for tuning in. And they don't have to tune in again, but
Right.
they choose to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that right there is that's just one of the most fulfilling feelings as a creative for me. You know what I mean? So
I feel that, bro.
I'm glad you got back on, Lou, because I just, you know, Diggs, did you have another question before we go?
Last question of the day,
Okay.
man. And Lou, thanks for joining us and coming back again, man. One thing
Yeah,
you're gonna recognize about us is if nothing else happens on this show, and Rich could tell you because he was one of the first ones to get it out of all of us, we gonna joke the whole time. Because laughter is very much important, especially at our older ages. And if we can all share a laugh, the world is much more peaceful. So it brings me to ask you this last question of the day. After all that has been done and all that has been said, what's the final boss for Lou? Where does it all end? When do you say I've done all that I can? You can come and get me, Allah. When is it all said and done?
I mean, it's too early to know. It's you know, I think I got too much on my plate, you know what I mean, to even look behind the curtains. That's one thing about my dad is like 86, you know what I'm saying? He like OG, like,
Oh wow!
you know,
Shout out to
in
Dad.
the game, came to the country, was like part of the first African band in America to ever have a record deal. And they,
What?
Tough,
We got
you know,
to talk
he
about that
like,
another day. That's fire.
tough.
no,
Send me
he
something to
played.
sample.
Yeah, I mean, my dad is playing drums on like Michael Jackson Bad album and shit. Like,
What?
you know, he's playing with like the Rolling Stones and
Yo,
Carlos
what?
Santana.
You just said that like it
So
was just regular.
Yeah.
yeah, no, he's like
These
he's
kids
like he's
nowadays is
nasty.
crazy. You
He's
hear that?
nasty. Yeah, no, he's nasty and he plays music. You know, that's what he does. He just still plays music all day, any day. He works on songs like. So I look at that. I look at like, oh, that's something that we share. Like we don't. It's a gift that like we love creating and we love making music. And I grew up like making drums from hand and like djembes. You know what I mean? And we
Wow.
enjoy that. You know what I mean? So for me, I'm never gonna be like, you know, I'm done making music because I love making music, but I do have definitely, you know, financial goals and you know, different objectives along the way that I want to hit, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know, I would say hopefully I'll always have something new that I want to do. You know what I mean? And that's a
Yeah.
gift.
Is Dad a fan of your music as well?
Yeah, and we've done a lot of stuff together,
What?
like maybe stuff you
That
might
is
have seen,
fire.
like have you seen like the new Gladiator 2 movie? We did some joints in that one. It's like
With Denzel?
little Denzel, yo.
Denzel is
Yo.
crazy.
It's
My man's
it's
doing
like
Master P of the hip hop game, y'all.
Just over here
yeah,
bullshitting.
nah.
Just like,
He's just
just
saying this shit like it's regular, yo.
yeah,
Like it's
just
just a regular day. Yeah, you know my
sliding
dad.
this shit, sliding it under the welcome
I was
mat.
on TED Talk. God damn, for real?
Yeah.
Boy, killing it.
Man,
I told you, your
nah,
man got
that's
the
love,
golden
man.
ticket.
He
Willy
got the
Wonka,
golden
nigga.
ticket.
Now
That's a
y'all think
fact.
I'm bullshitting. I'm not bullshitting, son. It's all right. I'm going to
Nah,
have
I
a t-shirt
appreciate
done for you
y'all.
tomorrow, son. Give me an address.
Nah, I love it, bro.
Give me
And
an
I
address.
appreciate y'all. And I appreciate y'all taking the time too to check out my stuff. You know what I mean? Because like that's
Hell yeah.
just kind of circling all the way back. Like that's what this shit is about, you know, and that's what hip hop is
That's
about,
exactly
and
what it's
that's
about.
what this type of stuff is like.
Yep.
We lifting people up, and you know, people might see something I do and say, "Oh, that's a good cause. I want to lift that," but I'm not gonna do it for that. I'm just gonna do it because I rock with what I'm doing and someone, you know what I mean. And that's the circle of just people supporting and community building community, you know. And so like, you know, my goal is never diss on someone that's, you know what I mean, that I feel is like, oh, he negative toward the culture. Like, yeah, for sure there's that aspect of it, but he,
Yeah.
feeling, yeah, man,
He's
I just
important.
appreciate y'all doing, you know what I mean? I appreciate y'all like really doing this for real and you know what I mean, doing the research and whatever the technical term of it,
Understand
like
that.
podcasting it, like, you know, that's the real art of it. And so I appreciate y'all like doing this because like I definitely got some great stories and I think there's a lot of people who have great stories and the industry is not necessarily just about like all these guys with a billion followers or a million followers that you know about. Like that's kind of who is fed to you and you might get a
Mhm.
couple great ones in there, but if you only follow the followers, like it's a lot of flop. And if you only follow the streams and the followers, like there's a lot of bullshit in there. So I appreciate, you know, anyone
Yeah,
real ones who look through
yeah.
it
Yeah.
and find their own, you know, and yeah, man. Gotta give y'all flowers
Yeah.
too, man.
I
Much
love it, yo.
love, you know what I mean? For real.
Nah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we
Thank you.
enjoy this, man. It's like it's still hip hop by the end of the day. You know what I mean? And
Everything
Yeah,
is hip hop, son. What you
yeah,
talking about?
everything's hip hop.
Everything.
As much as
yeah.
Richard said it destroyed our lives, it's kind of
Everything,
healing us
yo.
as well. Everything's hip
Everything.
hop.
Yeah. Hey, yo, the exact event that happened when I got my wife pregnant the third time, that was hip hop, son. Like,
Facts.
like the third time. You know what I mean? That was like
Facts.
super hip hop. Matter of fact, that was like you know, niggas done started something hip hop. You know what I
Niggas
mean?
is funny as shit.
That's how it
That's
was.
That's
wild.
But yo,
funny as
man,
shit.
That's wild.
yo, Lou, let the audience, let our lunatics of a, you know, fandom, let them know where they can find you. And matter of fact, let me plug
Focus.
something right quick. Hey, yo, from Vallejo to LA, yo, son, that's my shit, son. I've been listening to that for the last week. Hey, yo, that's
Oh
my
yeah,
shit,
that's my
son. Yo,
shit.
Diggs, that's the joint he did with LaRussell,
I
yo.
play it now.
Yo, that shit is
Yeah, yeah.
bananas.
I gotta play it.
But yo,
Thank you,
let
fam.
everybody know where they can follow you, you know, where they can find you from, please.
Yeah, no, definitely follow me, Louis King on social media on Instagram, TikTok, LOUIIKING, and on all my streaming platforms, it's Louis King,
There you go.
LOUISKING. If you just search, you'll
Mm-hmm.
find it. You know, yeah, bunch of stuff on there. So I appreciate y'all tapping, and you already
Mm-hmm.
know we gonna do some. We might have to do some type of New Jersey wrestling event or something. You know, I'm a planner. I
Hey,
like to
hey,
plan things out. You feel me? Some hip hop. I don't
hey,
That's
man.
know.
dope.
See
Yeah, I
something
got
there.
connections. I got connections with AEW here in Georgia and throughout the country. So
That's dope.
we can make that happen. We can make that
Word
happen.
up, word up.
So yo, man,
We
let's
could
get
talk
on out of
about
here, man. Hey yo, man,
it.
greatest foe, we are getting the fuck out of here. You know, please show the love to Louis King. As I said, you know, you said LOUII King, right? On social media?
KING. Yep, yep.
Right. Okay.
That's
And then
right.
Louis
Louis King
King.
on the streaming platforms. Right.
That's
All right,
right.
man. Yo,
Yep.
man, dog. We appreciate you being on. As you said, we appreciate you giving us, you know, our flowers. I mean, we thank you for that. You know what I mean? But we wanted
Definitely
to
thank
give
you.
you yours. You know what I mean? So, man, we thank you. Thank you for being who you are to community. Period.
That
You
part.
know what I mean?
That
You know what
part,
I mean?
most importantly.
So, you know, as I said from the beginning, from a rapper, from a filmmaker, to a creator, to a director, you know what I mean, to an activist,
Therapist.
to a father, and now we all figured out that we all. Hey, yo, I'm like I told you, I'm getting a T-shirt. I'm doing a T-shirt
We all
today.
therapists.
Okay, it's gonna be done tonight, my nigga. So
Need
we're all
that.
therapists. You know what I mean? So we
Need
appreciate
it.
y'all. We thank you for being with us. Hey, yo, we're gonna close out with a sponsor because Q's not here, yo, right? Hey, yo, Lou, you missed out on Q tonight. You know, something came up, so he couldn't be on tonight. Q is our co-host, and
The
that
commentator.
you think we're crazy. That motherfucker's a certified lunatic. Okay?
Okay, okay.
But we're gonna go out with a sponsor for the day. Today's sponsor
Uh-huh.
is Squishy. Set it. and forget it.
Squishy said it and forget it.
That's it. That's for
What?
our female listeners and for our male listeners. Hey, yo, dead ass, yo. Yo, fucking use a condom. Like, y'all niggas
Use
is
a
irresponsible
condom, yo.
out here. You know what I mean?
Use
It's a lot
a
of high levels
condom.
of irresponsibility. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about y'all Skid Row ass niggas or niggas from Brick City or LA or wherever y'all at. But dead ass, yo, use a fucking condom. Use lambskin condom. I heard that's like the realest thing. I ain't used one in like 39 years. I can't even tell you. But the fact of the matter is, man, love each other, love on each other, and love Louis King, my nigga, and love the motherfucking great F.O.E. All right? We'll see y'all next week, yo.
Much love.
But what happened to the love of the art of professional wrestling? All I could think of was, man, let me get my hands on this and I will show them a way. I will show them the way. Okay, we need to find some place that will accept these ideas, that will accept this vision, that will look into the future, that will bring hip-hop into wrestling.